So, first off, I want to say kudos to everybody who makes YouTube videos, because this is harder than it looks. I have been trying to make this video all day. Like, I started this morning. Don't know what time it is because I don't have my watch on, but I'm pretty sure it's like mid-afternoon. Mid-afternoon. So I've been trying to get this done all day, and it's hard work. So now that we've got this out the way, what's up, everybody? My name's Kimberly, but everybody calls me Kim. I am 29 years old, but I'll be turning 30 years old this month. That is like so scary to even say. I'll be turning 30 years old this month. I am married. I've been with my husband for 6 years now. However, we've only been married for about 5 months. We do have a daughter. She is 5 years old and full of energy and hair. And she's probably the most beautiful girl you've ever seen, at least in my eyes. She has my whole entire heart and she knows it. So, love her to death. But the reason for this video now, my husband and I got some great news not too long ago. So, we found out that we are pregnant with baby number 2. So really excited about that. So excited about that. Yeah, really looking forward to everything that comes along with it. Well, first off, let me talk about why I even decided to make these videos. So I have been watching YouTube videos for a very long time, but I've never been able to just build up the confidence to be on the other side of the camera. I've talked about it a lot, but I've never just really acted upon it. I bought a camera one time before because I felt like, okay, I could do this. I ended up selling my camera because I didn't feel like I was going to be able to put in the time and effort behind making videos. But now I feel like I'm at a point where this is something I just really want to do. This is a topic that I'm now obsessed with. I'm obsessed with everything baby, everything pregnancy. I love to see pregnant people. I love to find out that people are pregnant. I love to see people have babies. I'm just obsessed with everything pregnancy. So my husband and I just thought it would be a good idea to vlog our own pregnancy experience and everything that comes along with it. So I'm gonna work really hard on being consistent and getting these videos out on a weekly basis, because every week of your pregnancy is different. Your baby's doing something tremendous, developmentally wise, every week. So my goal is to get out a video every week. Also, I just feel like it is so reassuring, whether you're a mom, you're pregnant, or you're trying to become pregnant, to know that other women are going through the same thing that you're going through. So it can be not only relieving, but helpful as well, to know that other people are going through the same thing that you are going through. So that's the reason for these videos. So I just hope that someone out there watching finds my videos, watches them, finds them helpful, and that's that. So how did we find out that we were pregnant? Actually, this pregnancy was a planned pregnancy. Like I said in my disclaimer, I am about to be 30 years old. My husband and I are not getting any younger. So if there was any time to have another child, I feel like now is it. I feel like we're in a great place in our life where we are able to add on to our family, and we're at a great place mentally to deal with everything that comes along with having another child. It has never ever been my goal or my hope to have an only child. I've never wanted an only child. I grew up in a house where I had 3 other siblings, so I would never ever want to deprive my child of having those same experiences as I did growing up. My daughter's going on 6 years old. She'll be 6 years old at the end of this year. And I feel like now is a critical time in her life. There's a lot of life lessons that she needs to learn, and I feel like having a sibling will definitely help her with that. I'm not saying my daughter is mean, but the child does not like to share. When she's around other kids, she loves being around other kids, but when it's time to leave, she's very sad. She depends on mommy and daddy to be her playmates, but mommy and daddy don't always have that energy to play with her. And so if we can give you a playmate and take care of that, why not? So that's the reason for us deciding to have another child, mostly for the sake of my daughter, because like I said, there are some things that having a sibling will teach her that mommy and daddy can't. So I just hope that works out well, and I hope she loves her brother or sister with all her heart, and she treats them nice, and they grow up to be loving siblings. I found out that we were pregnant. How far was I? I found out that we were pregnant at 3 or 4 weeks. I was just eager to find out whether or not we were pregnant, and I used the early detection pregnancy test to find out whether or not we were pregnant. I think the first time I did a pregnancy test, it might have been way too early. It may have been even before my first missed period, so that's why that didn't work out well. So I may have taken maybe 2 or 3 more pregnancy tests, and I think the first out of those 3, like, you could see a line very faintly. So I wasn't too sure, and especially after talking to my sister, she was like, "No, I don't think so." And I think I did the second pregnancy test wrong, because I held it up. They're like that sensitive, like if you hold them up instead of down, that'll ruin your pregnancy test. So the very last one confirmed that I was pregnant. My last menstrual cycle was November 16th, so that's what the doctors determined your due date off of. So they determined my due date to be August 22nd. We found out that I was pregnant around December 14th of 2019, of course, and we kept it from my family for like a couple of weeks and used that as a Christmas gift. We put a little onesie in a bag and was able to tell our family that we were pregnant that way. So that was pretty cool, pretty exciting. I had my first doctor's visit at, I can't remember if it was 6 weeks or if it was 8 weeks. I can't remember, but I know if it was 6 weeks, the doctor didn't want to see me until I was 8 weeks. I can't remember, but anyway, I had my first doctor's appointment between 6 and 8 weeks. Like I said, they determine your due date off of your last menstrual cycle, and mine was November 16th. And so they set my due date to be August 22nd. At your first doctor's appointment, they do a bunch of lab tests. They also do a urine test to confirm the pregnancy, and they do an ultrasound. So the funny thing about the ultrasound is, well, it's funny now, but it wasn't funny then. It was pretty scary. Well, scary to me. So I am a twin. Twins run in my family. My grandmother had 2 kids. Both of those kids had a set of twins. So twins run in our family, you can say. And it also happens that my first cousin, who was a twin, she's pregnant as well. So she's a bit further in her pregnancy than I am. So she ruled out twins way before I did. So it's always been like a thing between us. Oh, you're gonna be the one to have a twin. No, you're gonna be the one to have a twin. You're gonna be the one to have a twin. So it was like, well, since she's not having twins, Kim, you're gonna be the one to have twins. So at my doctor's appointment, I told my doctor, I was like, hey, you know, I'm a twin. Just be on the lookout when you do my ultrasound for 2 babies. So she's doing my ultrasound or whatever. She's doing my ultrasound, and like you can see one baby for sure. You can see one baby. Looks like a little peanut. And then she gets to roaming around. And she's like, oh, well, I do see a shadow here. I'm just like, shadow? What shadow? So she didn't want to confirm twins that day. She wanted the babies to grow a little bit more before she would confirm whether or not I was having twins. So I had to go 2 weeks with that hanging over my head, right? So I go back to the doctor, and I had to actually go to a diagnostic clinic because they had better equipment than my doctor had. So they did the ultrasound, and thank God they ruled out that I was having twins. So not saying that twins wouldn't have been a blessing, but I can't say for sure that I wouldn't have had a nervous breakdown if they would have told me I was having twins. It was just that serious. But anyway, not having twins, there's only one baby in my belly. I just had another doctor's appointment 2 weeks ago. They did another ultrasound. Of course, at every doctor's appointment, they're going to weigh you, they're going to get your blood pressure, they're going to do your urine test. I think at this point, the urine tests are to determine whether or not you have protein in your blood, because protein in your blood is a sign of pre-eclampsia. So yeah, you'll have those every time you go to your doctor's appointments. And it was just amazing to see at this doctor's appointment just how much my baby had grown just in a little time. In a 4 week span, not even 4 week span, because I had another ultrasound 2 weeks before. So just to see how much my baby had grown in just a 2 week time span, it was just so amazing. Because when they did my ultrasound at the diagnostic clinic, like, of course, you can see a baby. You can see a baby coming into form, but at this appointment, like it's coming like into form. Like you can see his head, you can see his arms, you can see his legs, and I think you can see like his arms and legs moving. And it was just like, wow, like he's grown so much in my mind. I'm gonna say he because my baby's a boy. That way. So I have another doctor's appointment at the end of this month. I think I will be about 15 weeks, and they're probably just going to do the same thing that they did at my last appointment. However, I think at this doctor's appointment, they should be able to hear my baby's heartbeat on the Doppler. Also, they should be able to do just like a regular ultrasound where they roll it across your belly instead of a transvaginal ultrasound at this doctor's appointment. So my husband and I have decided that when I turn about 14, 15 weeks, we're going to go to an ultrasound clinic to see if we can go ahead and find out the baby's gender. Anybody who knows me knows that I am probably the most impatient person that you'll ever meet. Like, I hate waiting around for anything. Like, it drives me nuts to just sit around and wait for anything. So if I can pay a few extra dollars just to go ahead and find out something or get something, I will. So that's what we're gonna do. But I'm gonna let them find out what the gender is, but my husband and I don't want to know We are planning to have a gender reveal, so we'll find out what we're having at the gender reveal with everybody else. Like I said, keeping my fingers crossed for a boy. But whatever God decides to bless us with, we'll be thankful. Our goal is just to have a healthy pregnancy and a safe delivery. But like I said, I want a boy. When I was pregnant with my daughter, I wanted a girl, and I got my girl. And I want a boy this time, so hopefully I'll get my boy. And I just feel like because this pregnancy is so different, I know every pregnancy is different, but this pregnancy is nothing like my first pregnancy. So in my mind, I have convinced myself, since this is so different, I'm having a boy. It may not turn out that way, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed. But whatever God decides to bless us with, we'll be thankful. We just want a healthy baby. So what symptoms have I been having so far? So far, probably the worst of them all. If I had to compare fatigue and morning sickness, I think fatigue is up here and morning sickness is up here. Because I can deal with the morning sickness. I can, like, do something about the morning sickness, but I can't do anything about this fatigue. So I think fatigue is probably the far worst thing that I've been experiencing so far. So like I wake up tired, and it's not even just a tired, it's just like you have absolutely like no energy whatsoever. You just feel drained from start to finish. Wake up with no energy, go to bed with no energy, at work with no energy. It's just an all day thing. As far as morning sickness, it comes and goes. Like I'll wake up in the morning, feel fine, but then it hit me in the afternoon. Or I'll wake up in the morning feeling sick, and then it'll ease up in the afternoon. And then sometimes it'll even hit me at night. But I've been finding that the Belvita crackers that you can find in the store, those have been helping me with my my nausea. And salty snacks have been helping me with nausea as well. What else helps me with my nausea? And another thing that I've been finding, like whenever I take my prenatal vitamins, that kind of makes me nauseous as well. But I read that like the surge of like hormones and like the surge of vitamins in your body just can make you nauseous. So but like the Belvita crackers have been helping me, and ginger ale, not so much. Ginger ale hasn't done anything for me. I tried ginger tea one time, but I just threw that back up, so that didn't do anything for me. But the Belvita crackers have been pretty decent. I have been having some like aversions to smell. I remember one night my husband came home, and this man decided that he wanted to cook chicken. So I'm asleep, and like the smell of the chicken woke me up out of my sleep. It was terrible, and I love chicken. The smell of chicken don't bother me. But that night, like that chicken, it, and then it made me so mad at him, because I'm like, why in the world would you come home and out of all things cook chicken? And then I remember one day, my husband decided that he wanted to eat steaks, so I'm all for some steaks. So I'm in the kitchen cooking the steaks, but by the time I had got done cooking that steak, I did not want it. It had just turned my stomach. I did not want it, nor did I eat it. So, what other symptoms have I been having? Headaches. Headaches is something else that I've been dealing with. They come and go. And what else? Headaches, nausea, and that's why I'm saying like this pregnancy has been so different. Like I didn't experience morning sickness when I was pregnant with my daughter, and I didn't experience headaches when I was with my daughter. Another thing that I've been experiencing as of this week, some of y'all might say this is TMI, but this is something that women go through, and it can be scary. But excuse me, I've been experiencing some spotting. So when I saw the spotting, I called my doctor because it scared me. So I called my doctor and I let her know, and I described to her what I was seeing, and she told me that it wasn't anything to, you know, be be concerned about. She would be more concerned if I was having period-like symptoms or if I was experiencing heavy bleeding. She would definitely advise me to go to the hospital then. So yeah, I've been dealing with that. So that it did bring me some relief to know that it wasn't anything to be too concerned about. We do have another doctor's appointment at the end of this month. We are, my husband and I both wanted a boy. We have a girl, and she is the girliest of the girls. Like, she just Miss Sassafras. So we are keeping our fingers crossed for a little boy. But whatever God decides to bless us with, we'll be thankful for. Like I said, it is my goal to make these videos on a weekly basis because something is going on with the baby developmentally wise, like every week. So I should be keeping y'all up to date every week. Did I say I'm 12 weeks 2 days this week? So oh yeah, another thing I've been experiencing is bloating so much to the point that it looks like I have a baby bump, but I don't feel like I have a baby bump yet. I'm not going to show y'all my baby or my belly because I don't know whether it's a bump or if I'm bloated, really. But I think that's pretty much it. I will keep y'all posted on everything baby, and I think that's it for now. Talk to y'all later.